all 13-0s are pretty brutal.
See if Paper X can close this out cleanly.
They are stunned.
Yeah, they know exactly where everybody is. That's 3 kills already! And Paper X, they're looking for it. Can they pick it up? Bam, he wants to put an end to it. He's gonna get one. And it's only Cruz. He is just running behind them, knife out. But this is looking like it's gonna happen, William.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say anything.
I mean, yeah, we've denied a lot of the viewers
Something. Looks like he is going to win it, and it's a 13-0 from Paper X.
I mean, Valorant is even a game where a world champion can lose 13-0.
Jorgamo's in a close call. This is unintended. 2 years has got one. Jorgamo doesn't win this one. Sonic and less. And Ethan to deny the humility. He's got to win it out now. But so difficult, so damn hard, and it's the 13-0.
But the game we're going to talk about today just felt particularly very brutal. I am, of course, talking about the game that happened yesterday, MIBR Game Changers versus Zeta Division Game Changers in the Game Changers Championship, where on Ascent, it was 13-0. This one was brutal for a couple reasons, not just because it was a 13-0, not just because 3 players only managed 5 kills between them, not just the fact that the second map was also 13-3, and on the attack side, SRN had an ACS of 605? No, this one was particularly brutal because of the story behind Zeta Division as well. So let's go through the story of Zeta Division's run through the Game Changers Championship, and let's actually start with their game in the grand final of the Pacific Qualifiers against Zipto, where they lost 3-0 and none of the maps were really close. Zipto are a very good team, but because of the level of dominance that was shown here, Zeta Division were coming into this tournament not being a favorite of really any game they were going to play in. And that played out in their first game against Crew, where they put up a fight. It wasn't a complete destruction by Crew over Zeta Division. They won some rounds, but ultimately, Crew were clearly the better team, and Zeta Division, you know, were outmatched in that game.
This game out. It's a group up here for everybody on Zeta, but this could be devastating. Hunter's Fury, Beyonce, another tag on Arco there as well. Time's going to be a factor here for Zeta's last 2 remaining. Arco and Suzu have to play it together. Kinnear waiting for contact to swing off this, and there they go!
And so straight away they were knocked into the lower bracket, and their opponent was FlyQuest Red, a team that quite a lot of people had some expectation for. They were the 2nd NA seed, they had multiple players with experience in the Game Changers Championship, they were seen as pretty solid throughout, maybe not a top contender, but definitely kind of a dark horse, could go pretty far. And so Zeta Division were heavy underdogs for this game, and on the first map, it looked like they were heavy underdogs for this game. They played this really crazy style, but it didn't really go that well.
To get into a long. Moko playing up close. They've actually pushed forwards here to get brought down. UR also coming forward now, and before Starbound gets the ping, UR's upon them. Now it's up to Arco, and yep, she's not going to stop moving for anyone. I think she really strats
to come out with. This one unfortunately not working. Arco would have to come up with a huge clutcher. That dark cover should just certify.
And so at this point, the story was very simply, oh, Zeta Division, they came to this tournament, they clearly weren't quite up to the standard, they're just gonna go home without even winning a map. But then something very, very strange happened, because in the second map of Sunset, we were going back and forth a bit and it looked a little bit closer, but all of a sudden, Suzu just decided to take over the game.
Wayside. Starbound won't be spotted out by this bit of util now. I don't know if they realize that Suzu got past them there. What can they do about it? They wait for Serena. Now deal with the rest of them. Neural theft at the corpse, and Suzu wraps on it to fight too. That's devastating. Dodo is chasing. See very quickly. Zeta back away in that area. Laso elsewhere. Pick up on Moko over towards that Hall's side. Suzu finds 2, make it 3. Now has to try and clutch it out. Dodo. Oh, that is.
Grenade!
Suzu opted to bring a stinger into this round. We'll try and pay the wall. That is a stunning paint shell in the back corner. Finding 2.
There's the ult. Showstoppers coming through.
That is 3 paint shell kills in 2 rounds for Suzu. Still has some overdrive to work with. Suzu also doesn't fancy it. Still wins it out.
Finally,
7 HP.
Able to shut it down, and this noise being made in market could allow for Moko to find value on the flank.
It's not being watched for right now, but Lace is tucked on B. Moko's not going to see anything. Suzu wins another. She's at 7 HP and still gets there. Oh, the audacity!
With Suzu dropping 30 in a game, Zeta Division were able to take it over the line and win their first map of the Game Changers Championship. And then we moved on to Ascent, and by the time that we got to Ascent, well then the whole team kind of just started popping off and they had some really nice rounds.
Late Storm, though, still has some work to do. They've got to get into the site. Our drone to come out to get an early read on Zeta's retake. Pings Suzu, or at least attempts to. In she comes. Moko TPing to the site, gets the information, gonna cancel that straight away, and Suzu needs to find a way through this. Util F brought down, Blades refreshed. A second for Suzu, and there's still more to find in the boathouse, and Daya's able to bring it down. 3 versus 1, Daya against the world it feels, and she can't hold on. Arco will get the defuse done.
So Zeta Division managed to win their first game, and then their next opponent would be Team Falcons Vega. Now Team Falcons Vega were also seen as a pretty good team. They had a former Game Changers Championship winner on their team and were seen as a pretty solid squad overall, and so again Zeta Division came in as pretty heavy underdogs. And the first map was Ascent, and after kind of struggling somewhat on the attack side, Zeta Division then put a flawless defense side up on Team Falcons, again playing some really good Valorant.
You are still on the site, and Moko in support makes it over in time. And now suddenly, Falcons are left into the blender. Zeta not letting in. Being burnt. This seems quite excessive, but it might be just enough. Serena gonna be pressured, and Zeta again mangling the Falcons. And oh wow, it's done for. We got not. Oh, the 1-2, the 1-2 punch.
And then on the second map, Haven, it just felt like Zeta were in the groove. They were just playing at their very best. And now even some of their crazy Haven ideas were even coming off and working.
Suzu,
down, man.
she wants to go aggro here, A main. If the breach is pushing down short A, you know they want A main control.
Oh god, this is so bold. Oh, 4 members! Sending them scattering. This is outrageous. Zeta, you're in their spawns. Get out of here. Falcons fight. No! The disrespect. And oh my god, Suzu! Lighting them on fire. That is unbelievable.
Lawrence, Suzu's ending.
And it's about at this point when Zeta Division have come into this tournament as massive underdogs, got knocked into the lower bracket straight away, and then gone on a run beating 2 teams that they were heavy underdogs against, that me and I think quite a few other people started to get allusions to the Masters Reykjavik Zeta Division run. For those of you who aren't up to scratch with the Valorant history, the Masters Reykjavik Zeta Division run is one of the most iconic things that has happened in Valorant. Zeta Division at the time were coming into that tournament as rank outsiders. No one gave them even a chance to do anything. No one thought that they were any good whatsoever. And yet, during the course of that tournament, they managed to just string together win after win after win in the lower bracket. It felt like an absolute miracle run that culminated in them finishing in 3rd place in that tournament, and there were many comparisons that you could draw to this Zeta Division team as well. In Masters Reykjavik, they had a kind of heroic figure in Laz who, you know, would come up with crazy pop-off moments and rounds and win them rounds by himself sometimes when the team needed it, and here you had Suzu, who had done a similar thing for this Zeta Division team. And so the momentum was building, the hype was building, as we wanted to see Zeta Division, you know, maybe not win the tournament, but carry on this great run and this kind of legacy of the Zeta Division org. But of course, you know how this ends. It doesn't end well at all, and even from the very start, it was clear that this was not going to be Zeta Division's day.
Revealing area.
Mercy is going to light the side jelly fight. Oh my, that's 2 through the smoke. Suzu here, over towards Hell, Jewish low. Moko's able to help out from A main. Serena's also going to be there. There's an extra layer here for Zeta Division as Melissa has to step up and challenge. No, Suzu is in Hell, gets rid of her. Now it's up to Serena. Melissa has to go up and get this a tap. Serena doesn't have any util to work with now. It's a matter of keeping her off the spike. And Melissa...
So at first there was moments of luck that maybe were going against them there, but as the round started piling up, it started becoming an absolute beatdown.
We've got a game, but they've got to step up right now.
Okay, they managed to force SRN off the line.
Oh my god.
But they just hang around and wait for Suzu to updraft. And there's just no second wave here from Zeta. They sit in this dark cover waiting to be brought down.
And it was a beatdown to the point that really there was only one round that you could argue that Zeta Division should have won, or that they were the favorite to win. And even that round ends in a catastrophic, horrible way.
Another first death for Zeta Division stallers, but UR at least is having to manufacture something over at A.
And here we are. What a cool round out of the timeout again. That deep pop flash, it didn't exactly work out, but the rest of Zeta just working their way towards A. Look at how far Serena is able to get up because of the pressure on B. What a cool round so far, but they have to close it out. They failed to do this before because the MIBR players are just so ferocious with the gunplay. This has to be clean from Zeta. They need to convert this right now.
Null Command getting thrown down here by side of MIBR.
Caution.
You are sitting well back here with the Hunter's Fury set up for the post-fight. It should be a Zeta Division round. No reason for MIBR to take this. They're going to push out. They're going to have to go aggressively. We know this. Flash here for Jelly available. A second to swing off of it. In we go. Hunter's Fury actually getting thrown out now by Zeta Division.
And so yeah, all 13 O's are brutal. But this one, because of the story, very likable team, the history of the org and what they've done in Valorant before, this one was particularly brutal.